So, lately I've been working on some of these hatches, and I went through and revarnished this one. I still got to finish putting the glass in and caulking it in and stuff, and I got this one all pretty much sanded up, and I still got to do some finish sanding on it. And I had to do some little repairs in here. It kind of, some of the wood had come apart on me a little bit when I was taking out the hinge in there. Anyway, I figure now is a good time to go ahead and get started on this one, I guess. I realized the other day that it was weekend, and somebody had gone through and put silicone caulk, which doesn't seem to work very well on these wood boats. And even though there's a little rain gutter here, the window is tilted, the whole thing is tipped back a little bit, so the water is collecting in this corner and on the other side, and it's getting in there. So I gotta get to work on this stuff, I guess. Check it out. Somebody, I don't know, the screw is probably stripped, and they were like, we'll just jam some caulk in there, whatever. And up there too. And I thought I misdrilled a hole earlier. So I have all my screws out of here, and I do have a solvent that'll dissolve silicone caulk. It's called, I think it's called like marine formula. It's funny because they say like nothing will dissolve silicone caulk, but it will. And it's a citrus-based type of thing. But before I do that, though, I'm just gonna try to yank on the edge and just pull whole sections of it out. Yeah, it's coming right out there. So I'd noticed the metal was stuck down. And I don't know if they glued that down or if it's just, they probably caulked it down with the silicone caulk, I'm thinking. But anyway, I'm gonna go around here and peel off everything I can. Now, I decided to utilize this little poke tool thing, which came in a little 3-pack with some other tools from Harbor Freight, probably. I can't find a little hook, but this guy is working pretty well to get underneath it. And so yeah. To point out too, I kind of have to wonder if somebody put this metal on here as like an afterthought because they were having trouble with leakage. But it's lifted so much that if that was their intention, you never know. I mean, the water might have been hitting this, and it might have been acting like almost like a little gutter, really getting the water down in there, especially if it got underneath this caulk. So if the wood looks good enough, maybe I can get away without putting these metal pieces back on there. I guess we'll see. Looks to me, I could be wrong, but I think this is just like a ridge of caulk. And maybe I can, unless it's been routed to take that piece of metal, but I don't think it was. Yeah, it looks like it's peeling right off of there. So if that wood looks nice enough underneath there, it'd be nice to get away without putting this metal back on. I was curious about whether or not they had put that silicone caulk over some other caulk, because sometimes people do that. If something starts leaking, they just try to smear more caulk over the top. But I'm getting the silicone out down in this tiny little, deep down in that crack between the glass and the wood. And so that must mean that they totally redid this with the silicone caulk. Here's why I was wondering if they had redone this by putting more caulk over the original job, because check it out, there's like 2 layers here. I peel this off, and then there's another layer underneath it. So someone did probably go over it when it started leaking. But as you can see, the caulk didn't bond to itself. So that just won't work. You really got to redo it when it starts leaking, as far as I know. And I also realized that it's quicker to just slide the screwdriver like right underneath here and kind of break the bond. And then I can twist the metal off, like fold it over to open it up. And it takes a lot of caulk with it, so that'll save me some time. Some of these are giving me a tough time, so I've resorted back to my little pokey tool for a few minutes. New screwdriver technique. Yeah, it came off really easy. This side's pretty much, well, at least I got all the metal off. I'm not gonna say anything like that it's pretty much done, but looks like they did maybe router a little lip in here. I'm still not sure for that metal to sit in. It'd be nice to get away without using that metal, but who knows how that would look. I'd have to go through and plug all these little holes. There's probably like 100 of them with all those screws. For this part of the process, I'm trying to keep this together as like a little rope while I slide this tool underneath it and keep yanking up on it. I kind of alternate between that. Well, I'm kind of pulling with one hand and picking with the other. But if I keep it all together, it makes it a little easier to yank it out of there. I'm making some progress here and getting ready to wrap it up for the evening. But I'm just getting ready to slide this little, get the wrong wrong button. I'm getting ready to slide this little scraper along the edge on that side of the window to get that last little seal broken between the silicone and the glass. And then once I work my way around here a little more, should be able to get that window out of there. I think for the night though, I'm not going to put too much more time into it. I think I'm going to tear off these metal pieces on the other side to get myself ready for tomorrow. The tools I have on hand, this technique was kind of inevitable, I figure, doing this kind of thing. But unfortunately, in the process of doing this kind of thing, I did a little bit of damage to some wood over here. And this little splinter came up. But I'll actually keep this, and I'll glue it right back down, probably with some epoxy, and you won't even know it ever happened. I'm pretty happy with that progress, so I will continue this thing tomorrow.